You bet. And then coming up the week after this, next week, is going to be the oil spill. So that's going to be powerful as well. Do we have Max Kesier? Okay, fantastic. I wanted to just get Max Kesier on in the last 15 minutes. Wow. Knowingly putting uranium in the water to attack male fertility. And he never got into what was happening with the sea life off the coast. I mean, the otters being born in record numbers with both sexes. It's girls going into puberty at age 3. I mean, it's just bonkers. We are under chemical warfare attack. Now, it's in the London Guardian. Want J.P. Morgan to crash, buy silver. The campaign to buy silver and force J.P. Morgan into bankruptcy could work because of the liabilities accrued by the short selling. And Kesier talks about, what we did a month ago and then again 2 weeks ago here on the show, sending, silver to $500 an ounce, that becoming the #1 search term, crash J.P. Morgan being in the top search terms. And now silver is reaching its all-time high today, and the availability of silver eagles at an all-time low, and the price of those hitting an all-time high in November, the availability drying up everywhere. Max Kesier, this is very exciting. What's happening?
Yeah, it sure is. Silver, since I was on your show 3 weeks ago, it's up 9%. So do you understand that? That means it's annualizing at a rate of return greater than 100%. And the people around the world realize that if everybody cooperates and does this, that everybody wins. Everybody will win. If everyone gets together and joins forces, buying silver, you're going to be destroying the biggest financial terrorist in the world. Imagine getting rid of the biggest financial terrorist in the world. I mean, and by the way,
we're not tooting our horns here, and who knows if they'll send a hit team after you for really pushing this out there. But we created the TSA stir. The media is even admitting that now. This is really other people's brainchild, but you saw the idea and rammed it out here, supercharging it, along with Zero Hedge and others. And now the Guardian and others are recognizing it. I don't want to say who called you because I want to wait till it comes out, but some of the biggest publications in the U.S. have contacted you about this and what we're doing. So it just shows the power of alternative media, and we're not tooting our horn. You're not tooting your horn when we point out that the power of the people out there. There are now thousands of videos talking about crash J.P. Morgan, buy silver. This thing is kind of scary. I mean, it's scary to have this type of power, Max.
Well, it was always there. The power was always there, but it didn't have a single point to focus on. When I've been on your show before, I've talked about the 1-inch punch, where I've talked about how to focus all the energy. You've been saying, well, we should try to do multiple things at once, and I've always said, no, just try and do one thing and do it on scale, get the whole world to focus on one thing, and the economies of scale kick in, and you have success. And this thing is success. Within 3 weeks, we're having success. Think about the various campaigns out there that have been going on for years that are still struggling to get acceptance here. Within 3 weeks, we're totally transforming the global economy. We're taking silver to new all-time highs. We're totally disrupting all of the bank's balance sheets, and we are now going to take back hundreds of billions of dollars that they stole by converting all the paper currency into silver. If you own any of the slave currencies, the dollar, the pound, the euro, the yen, if you own the slave coupons, the slave tickets, the slave currencies, you need to release yourself from bondage and cash it in for silver and be a free person. Be a free man. Own real money.
Well said, Max. Now, most of our listeners understand this more than even you or I, but we got a few minutes before break. In layman's terms, explain why they can normally fix markets, and they've been manipulating this one, but if the mass goes out and buys silver, there's no way Humpty Dumpty can put himself back together again. Sure.
The precious metals have always been the counterbalance to fiat money and paper money. And for the past 20 years, has been documented by groups like the Gold Antitrust Action Committee and the folks over at Zero Hedge, the main banks that are tied to the government, like J.P. Morgan, they go into the market and they continuously sell silver contracts naked, which means that they are selling contracts that do not exist. They're counterfeiting securities in order to create a lot of selling, in order to create a lot of downward pressure, in order to create an artificially low price. And they're able to do this because anytime they need to make good on a contract, the U.S. government just gives them an unlimited checkbook. to keep writing bad checks. Now, what's happened is that over the past couple of years, the big money out there, like Eric Sprott up there, Sprott Asset Management in Canada, realized that, hey, J.P. Morgan has $3.3 billion in these bad bets on their books. If we take physical delivery, it'll force them to go into the market to buy silver, and they go bankrupt, and we get rid of a major financial terrorist. Now, the only pushback to this is people say, well, you know, they can always settle for cash, and they won't have that liability. But that's false, because if they settle for cash, where do they get that cash? They have to get it from the government to issue more debt, which only means that the purchasing power of everyone's fiat currency goes down, and the silver that they're holding, the purchasing power goes up. We've got them in a corner. If we all cooperate and buy silver, that $500 price is an achievable goal. Imagine everyone around the world who can put in 27, 28,
and then they won't be able to manipulate it anymore.
$500.
We got a break. We got a break, Max. Stay there.
Is it really possible to get out of debt without payment plans or attorneys? 18 years ago, we developed a program that has made thousands debt-free in just 90 days. It's called Zero Debt in 90 Days, and it works for all credit card debt, medical bills, even collection lawsuits.
When I first joined, I was being sued. So I used the program methods, and after filing one piece of paper, the collection lawsuit was dismissed.
With Zero Debt in 90 days, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back and stop creditors in only 90 days, guaranteed. Prevent wage garnishments, bank levies, and stop collection calls with our proven program. Call Zero Debt in 90 days now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Pure water. What could be better than the gift of health for your loved ones? And who better to help you give the gift this holiday season than BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com? If those on your gift list are drinking or bathing in unfiltered city or well water, chances are that water is contaminated with rust, bacteria, chlorine, and fluoride. For just pennies a day, Berkey Water Filters remove dangerous contaminants from both well and city water, is powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, and is great for camping and emergencies. Right now, GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems and free shipping on orders over $50. Purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or the new sight glass spigot, absolutely free. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Give the gift of health at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com today.
My good buddy, the Patriot Jimmy Vaughn, he just got nominated for a Grammy for Best Blues this year. Liberty is on the rise. Hey, we're going to do 30 minutes, maybe even more of Overdrive. A lot of stations carry the fourth hour. We don't always do it live. But if your AM and FM isn't picking it up, you'll just go to Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or PrisonPlanet.tv to watch the live streaming video, be able to hear Max Kesier into the next hour. We're going to open the phones up specifically and only for questions on the Hunt brothers and the cornering of the market and $50 silver in 1980 why things are different today. Your questions for Max Kesier in the next 30 minutes of the next hour, specifically and only on this issue. Okay, folks? I want to hear from you. 800-259-9231. 800-259-9231. Now, J.P. Morgan, hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions leveraged in derivatives. Now, explain to people in layman's terms, if they're 3.3, 3.6, whatever it is, short in the silver market, naked shorts in there driving it down with money and silver they don't have. Silver in the real market selling for $35 an ounce, a lot of shops, showing that even the $29 an ounce is a manipulation on paper. So more and more this is rearing its head. But specifically here, explain to people, as you said with cash, if it's only $3 billion in something, why don't they just go out and buy silver from somebody else to cover it and have a loss? Explain what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. First of all, look at J.P. Morgan. You have to look at the big picture here. They've got, on their balance sheet, $93 trillion in derivatives. Now, to put that in perspective, the total GDP for the world is about $50 trillion. So they have almost 2 times the entire output of the entire planet Earth on their books as derivatives or debt. And a lot of this debt is tied to a massive short position in silver. By some estimates, $1.5 trillion is exposed in liabilities to their silver shorts. And
so their silver short is the pin and the hand grenade.
Exactly. And their market capitalization of the company is about $150 billion. So they've got 10 times their entire market capitalization exposed just to their silver short position, which is part of a much bigger $93 trillion derivatives bomb. So, to pull the pin on the hand grenade, it takes the whole kit and caboodle down. J.P. Morgan stock goes to zero, and they're out of business, which we want because they are actively targeting the communities and these countries. Look at what's happening in Ireland, for example. The IMF is bankrupt. The IMF has no money. They go into Ireland to seize the $20 billion on Ireland's books, plus the pension assets of Ireland. Ireland's not bankrupt. They have cash to go for several years without a bailout. But the IMF is bankrupt.
Yeah, this is a financial takeover, and it's not gonna. I mean, if we did bring down J.P. Morgan, it doesn't mean that exploding battleship might not throw some shrapnel back at us, but it's better than just letting it line up and fire at us forever and not fight back.
Exactly right. It's all connected. They're all working with each other. They're all colluding with each other. If you take down the biggest guy, you take them all down, and you decapitalize them, you're removing that fiat currency, which is their ammunition.
So you're saying blow up the Death Star, and you're saying our X-Wings are in there right now. We've got a good chance of blowing it.
Yeah, the Death Star is a good analogy. I like it because if you remember Luke Skywalker, he's flying into the Death Star, and he has to hit the soft spot, that one spot in the Death Star that blows the whole thing up. In my analysis, if you look at the global banking system, the one soft spot in the entire banking system is J.P. Morgan's silver short position.
So it's the missing scales on the dragon's belly.
Yeah, if you attack that one spot, you blow up the whole Death Star. And right now, people understand this. They instinctively understand it.
All right, stay there. We got to come. We're back in 70 seconds. Folks, you may have to go to Infowars.com if your station doesn't carry it, Infowars.com.
Thank you for
audio
listening
streams,
to
folks. Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.tv.
GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.